Beautifully. If you're a Cameroonian, you know. This is for the Cameroonians. Gather here. I decided to make black beans. That's my black beans. You know you have to soak black beans. You have any beans, you have to soak it in water. So you sweat up. I drained the water. I washed it properly. And I put it back in the pot to boil it. That's the process. This is just the first thing you need to do. You need to soak your beans. You wash it properly. You put it in the pot. You add some salt and water, and you put it back on the fire to cook. That's my salt going in. I put my salt. Then I carry my pot and put it on the fire. Of course, we need to boil it in order for us to cook the beans. And that's my beef. My choice of protein for this food is beef. I decided to use only beef, no fish, only beef, and I marinate it with all my ingredients that I have at home. It was just a quick something. I came back from work, I was tired, and I had to make something sharp. So I did not have time to line up my ingredients and start telling you this, that, this. So it was very sharp. That's my beef. I checked. It was cooking so nice. My beans was cooking so nice. I used spring onions. I removed my beans from the fire. I don't like my beans to be very soft. You know, that's the secret of beans. When it's very soft, it becomes a problem. So I remove it. I wash my pot. I put my pot back on the fire. I put my oil. I'll show you guys my oil. My oil is heated up. I add my onions and fresh onions. And I give it a little stir. I leave it for some few minutes. I go in with my tomatoes. And I stir for a little bit. I have to leave the tomatoes to cook. You know, tomatoes have a lot of water, so you have to leave it to cook and get all the water, so the water will dry up. So that's my tomatoes. I bring the camera closer to show you guys that I don't need water in these tomatoes. I made it very dry. I added my mixed spices, blended everything inside. Green bean, my blended spices is garlic, ginger, whatsoever. That's my beef. It was ready, and I added everything inside with the stock of the beef. You know you need the stock in order to get a perfect taste, so your beans will be good. This is the secret to cook. First, you need to marinate and season your choice of protein to perfection, and be very careful with the salt and maggi and everything. So that's my beans goes in. I've already added my seasoning cube. So that's I don't know what I was trying to prove with this method of me putting my beans. And you see how the beans is looking. I added some spring onion and fresh onion for a little garnishing, and that's it. Guys, look at how the beans is.